Okay, you guys, welcome back. I'm so excited for today's video. As you can see from looking at this wonderful picture, we are again doing the Plaid Ambassador collaboration. Huge playlist. There's 29 of us in this, and it's a chance to win an Amazon gift card. The rules are that you have till July 30th of 2022. You have to watch and like each video in the playlist. Each creator will feature a Plaid product and mention a single Plaid product for the giveaway. Comment which Plaid product the creator mentioned. Must be in the continental U.S. and deadline is July 30th, 2022 at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I mean, did you see the picture of all of those fabulous, super talented creators? To be amongst them, I am honored. I'm so excited. And Annie Jones is the one who always puts this together for us. Thank you so much, Annie. We also appreciate you for this. And as you can see, I've been gabbing so long, I'm already into my first DIY. Now, I don't have a lot of my Christmas stuff out yet, but I've been looking forward to this video so much. I literally have these boards that I got out of the trash. And I sanded them down with my, I think it's my Black & Decker sander, that orbital sander thing I have. And I then painted them with Waverly's. All this is Waverly paint. It's plaster, Waverly's Crimson Red, and then that's moss. All of it's chalk paint. And yeah, so I wanted to make these look like presents. And I feel like as I'm growing as a crafter, I'm starting to feel like the embellishments, what am I saying? The embellishments is kind of like where it takes your projects over the edge. And so I'm trying to learn that, and I'm trying to, really use more embellishments and be super creative about it. So I hope you guys like these. I'm in love with them. I cannot wait to put them out as my Christmas decor this year. I'm going to store them safely till then, which it's not very far away if you really think about it. So I'm just taking some Dollar Tree ribbon, and I'm making, just different types of, crossings of the ribbon. I didn't want them to be the same. I want them to be similar, but not exact. If I kind of like that matchy, but not exact kind of thing. And I'm also learning that everything's good in threes. So, these are the things I've learned in my almost 2 years on YouTube. I can't believe it's been almost 2 years. So, and you guys, it's because of all of you. So thank you so much for watching my videos and being here. And I'm so grateful, each and every one of you. I can't even imagine. If you're watching this and you're new here, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. I'd love a thumbs up. And yeah, you guys, thank you so much. Okay, so again, you see I'm just kind of getting all that on. Now here's where I want to go through and put some cute embellishments on. I just pulled a bunch out. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So these, most of this is all from last year's, obviously. I haven't, well, duh. We haven't bought any Christmas decor yet, right? So the trees and the peace letters there, like the Scrabble on that ribbon type thing, those are from Walmart. Or maybe it was Hobby Lobby. Maybe those were Hobby Lobby. I think those were Hobby Lobby. And the ski is obviously from Dollar Tree. The berries are from Dollar Tree. And I'm kind of just going through and figuring out how do I want this to be decorated. And yeah, I'm just playing around with it, seeing what I like. And that's pretty much it. As you see, I got those last year after Christmas. I could not find those stems for the life of me. I looked and looked and looked. And I want to say sometime in late January, I saw them and I was like, oh no, I'm getting these for next year. I don't think at that time we knew either that Dollar Tree was raising their prices. So I'm super excited that I got a chance to pick them up last year and use them this year. And I have some pine cones that I got last year at Dollar Tree too, I believe. So Most of this is between Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby. Here in a minute, you're going to see I'm going to pull out some. At Hobby Lobby, I got these words like peace, happy holidays, joy. There was one more set in there. They're like, they're not wood. They're not stickers. It's hard to explain. You're going to see it here in a minute, and hopefully you'll understand what I'm talking about. They're just like wording. They've got their very glittery, but not, not the kind of glitter that falls off. And I'm going to put one of them on each one of the packages as well. There, see the joy? I know this video is going so fast, and I'll tell you because I wanted to make sure that there's so many videos to watch, and I didn't want to take up so much time that I didn't feel like that would be fair to all the creators. So I wanted to make sure my video was about 20 minutes long, and, that way over the next, week, you guys will have time to hopefully watch everyone. The joy is gold. It's so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Now, when you show it here, it's slowed down. You're really going to be able to see how pretty these are. The green happy holidays there is the one back there. Oh, I'm so proud of these. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm absolutely in love with them. And I'm excited that I created them out of some wood that was in the trash.
I think it's going to get me a lot of views.
It's amazing what you can do with some wood out of the trash. That one says Happy Holidays. The other one says Joy. And I think the last one says Peace. And then there's the piece, on the on that Hobby Lobby ornament. And those trees are really super cute.
I can't believe you know what that was.
I can't see down there to see it, but I'm pretty sure it was Peace. I hope you guys like that. Please tell me in the comments, out of these three, which one is your favorite. Okay, now I bought this Joy either last year or the year before last. The first year I started crafting, I went crazy and just bought every crafting supply you could think of. I just didn't know what I was doing. So I literally did not know what I was doing. So I still have things from 2 years ago that I'm trying to start using and really craft my stash. So I have this Joy, and I wanted to, paint them all 3 different colors. Again, using Waverly paint brushes and Waverly chalk paint. Again, in the moss, the white, plaster, and the crimson. Boy, I am a speedy painter, aren't I? Did you see that? Okay, so on the star, I've been paper crafting later, and you make shakers with paper crafting, right? So I wanted to make this star into a shaker, and I was like, I wonder if I could do it. So, started out trying to figure out if I could get it done, and I did. I made this star into a shaker. So you have to first you put the paper onto the star. And then I went and I cut another star out, smaller, like way smaller, like probably an inch and a half in on all the way around the star. And then I put some double-sided tape on all of it, which you're going to see here in just a minute. Okay, see, so now I realized I made a mistake. Like, I can't put the plastic over that now, because if I did, you wouldn't be able to shake the shakers inside of it, right? So I was like, oh, I made a mistake. So imagine that, you guys, I made a mistake. But I'm so glad I can laugh at myself, because my job is so stressful and my life is so stressful that crafting for me is my escape from the stress. So that and my grandkids, they crack me up. But so I realized, okay, you got to put another star on top of there so you can put the plastic in between, all of this, so that the pieces you put inside the star will shake. So I let this dry overnight so that it would be, completely dried. I did use glitter the second time instead of the scrapbooking paper. So I thought it would look, prettier with glitter. So I'm using my pokey tool there to get all my, all of my little tape off. I think this too turns out really cute. Okay, so while we have a minute, y'all, this playlist is, every time we do it, I'm so excited by it. And everyone has such amazing creations. And I love getting inspiration on the same type of theme, but by so many different creators. I learn so much. I get inspiration for other DIYs. It's just such a wonderful thing. And getting to learn, the Plaid ambassadors and other creators. So it's a lot of fun. So please make sure you go. The playlist, along with Annie's channel, will be linked in my playlist. There's 28 other crafters, so when you hit the playlist, you'll see all of us in there. So, but I will link Annie's channel, who, puts this together for us every time. I think this is my third one. Okay. And again, thank you, ladies, and all of the creators in this. It's just so exciting and so much fun. Okay, so now I'm putting sequins and stars, and I'm going to put it in there so that when I get all this together, I'm going to be able to take that star, and I'm going to be able to shake it up. If you guys could see me right now, I'm like shaking my hand like you guys are watching me explain this. I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Barely glue. It's an art glue. It dries clear because that way if it leaked out onto my plastic, you wouldn't be able to see it. Now I leave it overnight because I was afraid that if I tilted it now, the glue's not dry and, some of them could get stuck. So I let it dry overnight. See, now you can shake it and all the little insides go around. So now here's where I'm going to add some embellishments on the J and the Y. Once I got this all embellished, and today when I was tonight rather, after work, when I was putting this video together, and I was actually taking the, after pictures, in the staging section, I wish that I would have taken a fan brush and just shook white paint all over it, white plaster paint from Waverly. I wish I would have done that because I feel like it would have added a little something else to it. But I do add those, those sticks again from Dollar Tree, or those, what are those called? The greenery from Dollar Tree. Those are some gold beads out of a package with the pine cones. And I'm just trying to embellish it up. But I really think that adding that paint splattered on there would have really looked, it would have really made something else happen in the project. So I still might go back later and do that. If so, I'll put a picture up on Instagram, and then you guys can tell me what you think. I'll show a picture of before and then after when I put the paint on it.
Really makes them
okay, here it is. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it. I really do like this a lot. I hope you guys do too.
But it looks pretty good, though. I'm pretty happy with it.
Now, don't forget, this is there is a gift from us in the collaboration. YouTube has nothing to do with this. They're not responsible for this giveaway. It's, us, and Annie will announce the winner, and I think we'll all probably put it on our community page, but you'll contact Annie to collect your gift. So make sure that you go through, watch all the videos, like them, leave the Plaid, word in each of, the comments. So speaking of that, my word is Waverly paint. So, or chalk paint, whatever you want to put in there. I love Waverly chalk paint. I think it's the best paint out there. For myself personally, it's the only paint that I really like using. It's just that perfect consistency. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. I just love it. And their paintbrushes, they sent me some paintbrushes. I love their paintbrushes. They're really good. They're great quality. They've lasted me quite some time now. As long as you clean them up well, they're great paintbrushes, that's for sure. Okay, so this is one of those globes from last year on Dollar Tree. And I peeled the stickers off, with my heat gun and the front page, whatever the picture was that was on there. And I knew I wasn't going to get all that off. So I wanted to go ahead and put paint on the one side. That's Waverly Moss. And on the other side, I want to put a scrapbook page. I did take it down and sand both sides so that it would be nice and smooth and there'd be no sticky. And I'd get as much of that paper off, you know, as I basically could. I could have sanded it all the way down, but, you know, I just got it, as much of it as I could at the time, and put it down. I still get nervous using power tools. I'm like, I'm so afraid something's going to happen. I'm going to hurt my hand or my eyeball, or I don't know. Okay, so after I get done doing that and putting the, you know, the paper and the paint dries, I've got to decide which side do I want to decorate at that point, you know, because I'm like, what am I going to do? Oh, and I did make sure that scrapbooking is just a Michael's, you know, scrapbook, one of those like plaid type ones. It's got such pretty Christmas paper in it. I love it. But yeah, I just cut that out and then I put it on there. I take glue from Dollar Tree. I got this Dollar Tree, not that one. I actually get rid of that one because it got on my nerves. I couldn't get the glue out like I wanted to. So those, instead of using, what am I lost my train of thought. Instead of using, oh, what am I thinking? It's by Waverly. You guys know what I'm talking about. I know you're all screaming at me right now. Mod Podge. Instead of using Mod Podge, I heard you guys screaming it at me, I'm telling you. Because the scrapbook paper is really thick, so I was afraid that it wouldn't hold or it would take too long to dry. So this glue was perfect. It's on there. It looks great. There's no wrinkles. I really like it. So I have these, you know, that Christmas tree with words from Hobby Lobby. Got that a couple years ago as well. I'm going to paint it in the crimson red. Can you guys believe it's the end of July? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Where the older I get, the faster we're moving. Okay, so now I'm just getting some I think this is ribbon from Michael's that I got on clearance last year after Christmas at like, I don't know, 70 or 90% off. And it's just, it came in packs of like 5. I put my little shoestring bow on there, which I'm horrible about. Look, I'm pointing out the heat gun. I'm trying to tell you that I'm waiting on the heat gun to get to get hot so I can get all these put on here. I'm still struggling with bows, but, you know, I hope I'm getting a little bit better, but, we'll see. I say I have trouble with bows, and it's because I don't challenge myself enough. Like, I have so much ribbon, and I just don't use it because I'm challenged by using bows, so I don't do it. So I really am going to do the best I can to start using more so that I can get better. You can't say you're not good at something if you never do it, right? So, because I'm never going to get good if I don't do it. So I'm going to do my best to try to start using more ribbon. Oh, I did try to, remember I said I wasn't sure about which side. I went with the craft book side because I thought it gave it just a better look. Okay, you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching my channel. A big thank you again to Annie at Indiana Jones for putting this together all the time for us. She puts a lot of work into this. I mean, just look at the picture of all of us, right? I mean, she puts a lot of work into this. She's always got the giveaways together. I mean, she's pretty fabulous, along with every person in this playlist. Thank you all so much. And thank you, Plaid, for putting out such amazing products. I'm proud to be a Plaid ambassador. All right, you guys, have a great day and happy crafting.